Hello everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner. Just doing a little sharpening on this Dan Design Banshee. I took this guy to my trip up north, Northern California, and noticed when I was using it, do some work up there, that it needed a little touch up. Using my Work Sharp Precision guided sharpener. I just finished this guy up. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, I usually will sharpen my knives when I find that when I'm starting to use them, they're not sharp enough to do what I need to do. So get this thing out of the clamp. Get this out of the way. I'm going to be talking about damn design knives today. And like I said, I was using this one. I had this one on my trip. I had that video where I showed all the knives that I took, and this was one of them. And let's see how it's feeling. Got to strop this a little bit probably. Usually I'll go through. I got the more inexpensive version of the sharpener. I didn't go with the full package, you know, with the traveling container and the extra stones and all that cool stuff. Always thought about it, but just never quite did. This one works pretty well for what I needed to do, but I am thinking about getting that professional, the Work Sharp Professional. Now that's going to cost a lot more money, but it's definitely got more stuff. It's got that really nice angle finder, and that kind of gives you a digital output. I'm doing the Sharpie on the edge technique right now to make sure I get that angle correct. I really got to start using Billy and Courtney's knife. What do they call that thing? It's the knife. Got it right here. Knife journal. Got to start using that, writing down. Maybe I'll start this one. Write this one down and put the angle that I sharpened it at. It's this one's at a 20, and it seems to be good enough. I'm not super hardcore on having the sharpest knife ever, but yeah, I do like to make sure that it does the job that I want it to do, and it's looking pretty good. It's almost like a mirror-ish on there. If you can see it, get that focus going. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Let's see, I think I got some paper here. Hang on a second. There we go. You know, I'm not that good at doing the paper cuts on the camera, but we'll see what we can do with this thing. We'll see how it's doing. Oh yeah, nice. Oh yeah, very good. Very good. All right, so we're back up to definitely cutting that thing really well. All right, that's good news. So anyway, I don't have a ton of damn design knives. 3 actually. I got 3 different ones, bought it 3 different times. The first one that I bought was this one, actually. Is the Hades. And I picked this one up from Amazon. Ooh. Okay, it's okay. Well, what the heck is all that? Got scuffed up on something. Anyway, the Hades, it's kind of got that Bowie knife shape. Got that cool. I love that the little face that they got on there. That's super cool. Nice finish on this. Kind of a stone wash, I guess. Kind of hides the scratches and things like that. Nice. Got that damn design pivot. So anytime you see that pivot, you know that's a damn design knife. And it's a good knife. I like the Bowie shape. I have a few Bowie knives, and I do like that clip point. This is pretty pronounced. It comes to a very sharp point, so I'm kind of careful with that point. Make sure I don't really pry anything with it, because that's gonna, you know, that's great if you really need to get something with a sharp point. But if you're trying to pry something with that, I think it's going to snap. Let me see that. That's the first one that I bought, and then we got the Wraith here, and that was a funny story. I think I've told that one before a while back, but it's one of my favorite stories, so I think I'll go through it real quick. We were at Blade Show, first Blade Show I ever went to, and it was actually in Long Beach, Southern California, and that was like unheard of. And they were trying to move it around. I guess they had it up in Oregon for a while, and then they moved it down to Long Beach. It only lasted there 1 year, though. It really wasn't the greatest location. They really, it was kind of crazy because they had like metal detectors to get into that show. Everybody's carrying a knife at Blade Show. Everybody has a knife on them. So what they had to do is take out all your knives out of your pockets and put them in a little box, kind of like what you do if you're going to a courthouse or at the airport. You got that big bin that you put things in. So you put your knife in your bin, put it to the side. They kind of look through it, and then you walk through the metal detector, and then you're on your way. But it just seems like really ridiculous. I've never been to another Blade Show that ever did that. I bet that was part of the deal breaker on it. Also, California, you can't use live Bally song knives, and they have a big competition at all these Blade Shows. They had to use trainers for that, so that was kind of bizarre. So yeah, they moved it up to Utah since, and I've been to 2 of the Utahs since it moved, and I think it's a better location anyway. But it was nice to be able to drive down the freeway. So back to the story. We went there, first one, checking it out, really having a good time. My girlfriend was with me. It was like no airfare required, nothing major, just get in the car and go. And we went over to the Damn Design booth. That was the only time I've seen a Damn Design booth at a show. Maybe they've been before, I don't know. But the guy, I don't know his name, the guy that basically is the main guy for Damn Design was there. And also the guy that does Tactical Everyday Dad. He's got his own brand of knives. I actually saw him at the last show I went to up in Utah, and now since Damn Design wasn't there, he was actually working the booth for Glow Rhino. And anyway, we were talking to him, and he was showing us knives, and my girlfriend's, she was having a good time at the show, and she likes looking at the knives, talking with the people. She's really great talking with people, way more than me. I'm not very talkative. It'd be hard to say that or for you to think that because I tend to ramble on my videos. But I'm not super outgoing, whereas she is a lot more able to talk to strangers and things like that. And so she was talking about the knives, and there was the guy, and now I'm blanking on his name, the guy from Tactical Everyday Dad. He pulls out the knife in his pocket, and he was showing us that knife, and that happens in the show quite a bit. People, pull out what they're carrying, talk about it and stuff like that. And my girlfriend just got crazy about it. She really liked that knife. He says, well, this is like a rare knife. I'm not, it's not something that is going to be easy to get. And she's trying to get him to sell it to her. So it was funny as heck. And, I'm sure if it was something that he could sell or wasn't going to be something that he just couldn't replace, maybe he would, but he just couldn't do that. So there was 2 days of the show, and we came back the second day and went back to that booth and talked to him a little bit. And he said, hey, I got this knife. I guess this was one that had been returned, and he kind of cleaned it up. I guess someone bought it and returned it, and he thought it was similar to the knife that he was carrying. And so anyway, she goes, I really don't like it as much as the other one, but it's still a good knife. So we went ahead and bought it. Got a good deal on it. This has got that black wash. You can see that blade is really nice. I always like that kind of, almost like that battle worn kind of look. It's got carbon fiber. Got that pivot. This is the Banshee, and no, not the Banshee. Sorry, this is the Wraith. And so we bought that one, and at that same show, I bought, speaking of the Banshee, the Banshee. Now, this one caught my eye because it was quite different, and I like, you know, different types of knives. I mean, if it's really crazy and it just, you know, not for me, I'm not going to get it just because it's crazy. But I like this one. I think, and what I've actually used it for, because it has this very drastic tanto tip, very robust. I've used this to scrape with. I mean, it is this. You know, you look at talking about this tip as compared to this tip. I mean, that is night and day. This one I feel like I could pry some with. This one, no way, not going to do it. But yeah, very thick, solid feeling knife. The Banshee. Again, it's got the pivot. So I've always seen that there's kind of a language, design language, with Damn Designs knives. Like I said, this is the only 3 in my collection. I like some of the other ones they have, but there's just so many knives out there. It just I haven't gotten around to buying any more. But you can see there's just kind of a similar kind of look about them. This one does not have the little face on it. From what I understand, this was an earlier model. I think the newer ones they have, they think they still have them. They have that what do you call that? Insignia? The symbol for Damn Designs. Probably has it on the knife now. But anyway, these are the 3 knives. They're all very good. They're all liner locks. Different blade shapes. Handles are similar. This one's a little thinner here. These both have the little finger choil in the handle. This one's got, you could choke up a little bit on that, but not really meant for that. Carbon fiber. These 2 are G10. They are 3 different blade materials, though. Actually, let's see. The Hades is D2. This guy was a more premium one, and if you go on their website, I was looking at it earlier. They do make a lot of 14C28N knives, and that brings their price down to that budget range where it's less than 100, somewhere in 60-ish, 70-ish dollar range for a lot of their different knives in the 14C28N blade steel. And that's what this Banshee is. That's 14C28N. So you get a good price. Now, this one does have a thumb ramp that's very pronounced and really kind of helps if you're going to do that scraping. So it's almost like designed for it. And it's got this really large cutout, but it does work very well for the finger flick if you're not on the camera. If you're not worrying about, you know, people watching you on the video, it actually does work. Sometimes the holes are, you know, bigger holes, kind of your finger gets in there and kind of gets all hung up in it. But basically, it's a good one. But it also has the back flipper. And I think these other 2 are back flipper only knives. I don't know that you don't have any blade here to catch the side to try to finger flick. This one does have only thumb studs. Okay, so there is another design there. And they do have jumping on the top here, jumping on the top here. Good designs. I mean, really good stuff. I would recommend them if you're looking for something budget. Good size knives. Not the real small ones that are. We're looking at like 3 1/4 on the blade length, and it's really got a 3 1/4 cutting edge. 3 1/4 pretty much, and this one is up at 3 1/2. So that's a good size. I mean, 3 1/2's kind of my go-to. I'll go down to 3 1/4 and still feel comfortable with it, but you know, and I do have below that size, but my preference is 3 1/4 above, really. 3 1/2 is where I really kind of get to liking it, but I'll go up to 4-inch or larger knife. What else? do we talk blade steel? So we said 14C28 in here. This one's more premium because it's got that carbon fiber. Like I said, we got a good deal on this. So, but I think that you're going into the $100 to $200 range when you get this. Steel on this one is M390. So at that point, you're getting up over $100. Haven't seen any of their stuff going over the $200 mark though. And then this one being D2 is also going to be a good budget. So, yeah, anyway, that's my small little part of my collection that is Damn Designs. Showed you the sharpening system here. If you're not familiar with it, I'm sure most of you have seen this before. It's got the rotating. It's just really handy. You know, you set your angle here. Let me get it in. Let me get it in camera range so you can actually see it. So there's an angle. Let me adjust this a little bit. So you can adjust the angle with this this screw mechanism here. It goes up and down here, and then that changes the angle when you're on the blade. You have this little clamp here that clamps down onto the blade, holds it, and then you can flip it over to get both sides, which is really nice. You kind of push on the back, flips over, it locks in. It's some people have said these kind of are a little flimsy. You can see it kind of moves up and down. I don't tend to really put a lot of pressure. I just tend to take a little more time with my sharpening. Works fine for me. I think that's been addressed. The professional version, I think this is a steel rather than a plastic frame for it, and the part that clamps is a little more robust. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. Hopefully I'll pull the trigger eventually. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but you got 3 different grits. You got I think that's a 320. I don't think I can even see this one, but that's definitely a finer grit. So I can't tell you what the number is on that. I think it was a 600 or a 660 or something like that. And then it also has the ceramic, and that kind of finishes it off. So that's what I was using as I started up the video. You get that almost mirror kind of look to it. If you get the Precision Elite, it includes all of this stuff, plus it has a couple more rods and different ones. They have like a strop version of this and some other stones and things like that. I've been thinking about getting that, but now that the Pro's here, I think that's where I'm aiming for, but I don't know when or if I will do that. As far as the channel is concerned, I am continuing to creep up in my sub count. So I've got all my stuff I want to do for the giveaway. And I'm going to show you a couple of things briefly here. This is not going to be the video to get in on the giveaway. I'll probably do that tomorrow, hopefully. And so just kind of giving you a little heads up on it. But I am sitting at currently 395 subscribers. So I think I can pretty much call this a 400 subscriber giveaway. Certainly the way it's been going, and it's really been nice that it's been going up a little bit faster. I think we'll be at 400 in no time. Let me get some of the stuff I got. I've shown you this one that I bought at Blade Show West this year. Sin cut. I already have one of these. Different color handle, but it's the Actium, and it is a really nice one. Again, it's kind of got that clip point, but there's hollow here. It's got that Civivi quality, and the stuff similar to Civivi, but it's the Sin cut, so it's a little bit less expensive, but good quality knife. Let me see if I can bring that up and figure out what blade steel it is. Okay, we're looking at D2 blade steel. So, you know, it's not going to be as stainless. You have to worry about that a little bit. But, you know, I find that different companies have different levels of D2. I don't have a huge problem with D2, but I have had some that get little spots on them. Civivi seems to be one of those companies that I really haven't had that kind of problem with, because I've had my other Actium for quite a long time. It's got the thumb studs with great action. It just fires out really nice, great detent. It's got the back flipper, works great as well. But yeah, the thumb studs really are the way to go for me. But if you prefer the flipper, works good. It does have a good, decent finger choil on it if you want to go there, but you can also hold 4 fingers on the handle because it's that size knife. We're coming in at that about 3.5 inch, so that's that size that I like, with about a 3-inch cutting edge because of the fact that you have that finger choil. I think that's a nice trade-off. The main reason why I like this size of knife is to make sure that I have a good handle. The edge length, I mean, it's nice to have a longer edge sometimes, but most types of cuts, I mean, you don't really need to have a super long edge. But look at that. The grinds just really are nice. You're getting good quality work. That's just a clean looking knife. I mean, for the price, I mean, these things come in about $44. And, you know, I got this one actually as a bargain at Blade Show West. I think I paid $25 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's definitely worth more than its regular asking price. So that's why I thought it would be a good one for a giveaway. One thing that I haven't figured out yet is I am planning on going through all of my knives and kind of looking at ones that I'm thinking about passing on to some of my subscribers on the channel as part of my regular giveaways coming up next year. I want to you know, go through my collection and find something that I think, you know, even though it's a used knife, that somebody would like to have. You always kind of hope that when you do a giveaway that you're going to give people something that they're really going to like, but you never know. So I'll just try my best. Other items on here, we got this bit driver from Olight. I'm not going to get that out of the container because it's all sealed up. Rovivon flashlight. I've seen these before. I've never actually tried one. I don't know that much about it, but they're a kind of interesting looking flashlight. You can see what it looks like there. It's clear, so you can kind of see the inner workings. I think it has like a regular, like a AAA battery that you put in here, and a rechargeable, if I'm not mistaken. So I picked that guy up. So I thought, you know, even though I don't know for sure, I've seen reviews on them and they seem pretty good. And this is a multi-tool, and I've been kind of getting into multi-tools lately. I may be doing a multi-tool video coming up pretty soon. So anyway, those are the 4 of the items. Obviously, this is going to be stickers. I think that's it as far as the main items, with stickers and things like that. I don't have any stickers for my channel. I don't have any, you know, I don't have the symbol for my channel yet. Hopefully next year I can start progressing into things. But hey, I was going to try to do a short video, and here I go again, rambling on. All right, guys, look for another video hopefully tomorrow. Happy New Year. Be safe out there for New Year's Eve. Have a good time, but be safe. And I will talk to you guys on the next one.